Okay. Right, so I'm just going to do a quick video. We was meant to go to the match last week, but Steve couldn't make it because his car was playing up, so I didn't make it. However, this is literally just a little video to make up for last week's video, to be honest with you. We just come down to the River Buers, the River Stour in Buers, and we're fishing. I believe it's a power rig by Preston. So yeah, so we're literally fishing with a Preston Innovations Power 1 gram float, because we've got a bit of a float and a bit of a depth here. No, it's just over 60 inches, I reckon, from what I can see by the markers. This is literally, I've not added anything apart from two number 10 backstops. So I've literally got a 0.6 gram Olivet with what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a bulk of 6 number 8s, and it looks like 2 number 9s, could even be 11 backs, drop stoppers or shots, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, so we're just fishing with a red maggot. I've already had a few little go, and we've had a few gudging. Tallulah's fishing next to me, so I don't know if you can see her pole in there. But she's had a pike, and I've had gudging and a skimmer so far. Put in 3 balls of ground bait at the start, and a few maggots. Didn't bother potting in anything else after the skimmer, because I just didn't want to overfeed the swim. So I was still getting a few odd indications straight after the skimmer, so hooked into something, felt more like a perch or another skimmer again, but it came off. Elastic wise, I've only got 9 slip in there. I just feel like 9 slip's perfect for these little fish. I don't bump as many fish as much, but I've already said it now, so I might even bump a couple. But we've got a small indication now on the float. So run and pick up the slack again. I feel like there could be a small fish on that already. Just going to lift that up slowly, let that drop back down again. I'm going to hold that rig nice and tight. Indication straight away. Now I'm fishing about 1 inch over depth. I wanted it to hold bottom. It seems to be that the better fish do sit on the bottom here. Yeah, we just put in a bit of a little mixture, my normal ground bait mixture that's on the channel, and then fed that at about 8 metres, and we're just fishing at 8 metres so far. And that's a problem with autumn. A lot of leaves around. Yeah, just going to slowly let that all line back up again, and just hold that float back when it hits in line with that tree. But yeah, so I've just been feeding. I've had 3 balls of ground bait at the start. Had a little bit of my secret stuff there. I got it a few months back. I haven't really fished many rivers to use it, or to want to use it. But yeah, so I used some of it earlier on. Ground bait was already made up for when we got to the river, so I just had to add a little bit of water to it, and a little bit of the glug, and then that was it really. Straight away, like 3rd fish or 2nd fish, I had a skimmer. It has been taking a little while, but we have had a couple of cold nights. So if I have to wait another like 15 minutes for another bite, I will put in another ball. Only because I don't want to be waiting ages for my next bite. I want to keep them fish interested. I'll lift the float length out and lay it back down again. Just got a single red maggot on it for now. I had a double red on, but it seems to be getting pestered by a lot of little fish, so just put a single red on and it seems to have made it past them all. I say that, I'm going to catch a gudgeon now, aren't I? But yeah, a bit of a delay on the videos. So I know it's been over a week. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to go back into the matches. Well, not that I'm hoping, I will be going straight back into the matches after the 30th of October. And then on top of that, I'm hoping the videos will be every 2 weeks because it's just getting too much to do it every week now. So the plan is we're going to go live on TikTok once a week on a match. And then the second match will be done for YouTube. And that way it should make it a bit easier on myself. Just waiting for that float to dip. I'm only going to give it a couple more minutes and then I'm going to refeed again, I think. May even go down there with a ball of ground bait first and stick a bait dropper down there for the maggots. Let's see if that works. Obviously it is a bit cold, and I'm trying to be a bit aware of that. I don't want to overfeed my peg. A little dip then on that float. I'll let that run a little bit. I'll hold that there again now. Just want to see if that makes a difference. Oh. Instead, I potted 3 balls of ground bait in, not in the same place. I potted a ball a bit further downstream and then one in line with where my float would be with that tree, and then one just to the left of that. So, because you tend to find fish will either feed just above the ground bait or just below it, or just off the back end. So it gives me an option of, of where I can potentially catch these fish. Because they're definitely not going to want to sit shallow because it's cold. So my thought is that they're going to want to sit in that deeper water. That was an absolute lift bite. I'm just going to sit that rig down. You had any more bites, babe? No. But yeah, oh, I look like a little roach as well. But yeah, they're definitely there. It's just getting them on the feed. Oh, here we go. I'll take it. Just missed it. I just bumped something. No way. Just gonna hold that back and let that rig just kind of go into that curve, because I've let the float take that a little bit. By the time that float hits in line with where I want to be fishing, it holds that rig nice and tight. And 9 times out of 10 the fish will pick that up over the top ball feed on my ground bait. I don't feel like I've laid that rig in perfectly. I'm going to lay it in there. Hold that rig. So that rig trot through for a little bit. And hold that back. As soon as it gets to that point there. Oh. Just let it run over the top ball of ground bait and have a small indication straight away. Just gotta wait. It'll float your thing dipping down a little bit. Try and lift that out a little bit. There's so many leaves in autumn. This is the only thing I hate about autumn fishing. So many leaves. That was a big lift bite. There you go, there's some fish over that line now. I need a couple of liners. May even be that they've moved a little bit further up to my left side. Over the top ball of ground bait, like I was saying, they normally feed it up. And up on the first ball or on the furthest ball downstream. They tend to sit at the top or at the bottom of your ground bait. I'm going to do it again. Come back, refeed. I'm going to give that another refeed and then see if I can change anything to do with this rig if I carry on or continue to not get bites. So I'm just going to lay that there so I don't get tangled or damaged. Oh. Now, the balls of ground bait I've made they're not hard, but they're not soft either. They're like a nice firm ball of ground bait that they aren't going to break up until they hit near enough bottom. And I can tell that they're doing that because my ground bait starts bubbling more towards the bottom when it hits the bottom of the riverbed. So I'm going to pop this in. Put this in slightly upstream, right near Toluda's float. I'll put this in right here. And hopefully, see, I know that there's a decent flow on here because I've just seen my maggots go halfway down the river. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, now that ball ground bait's in there, I'm going to bait drop some maggots down there, I think. You have a bite? No? So yeah, I'm just going to bait drop some maggots down there. I think this is only £2 to £1 bottom, so I've got to be very careful with how I approach this. So I'm going to try and get hold of this one. I'm going to try and thread it through the back of the bait dropper. Here we go. A bit fiddly this stuff. Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up. Take a good pinch of the maggots. Put them inside the bait dropper. Don't worry if a cup, do not worry if a cup will fall out. I'm going to fill that up. I'm just going to gently push that over the top of it. I'll stick that line there so that bait dropper don't go in the water early and hit the bottom and then go everywhere. And it'll slowly just ship this out. You might have to mind your float, please, darling. When I get to where I want to go. Swearing, Barry. That should theoretically empty, but it hasn't. Bait dropper. That should have. No, it's not emptied yet. Right, so I've obviously put that on there too tight. I've clearly put that on there way too tight. So I'm just going to use the side puller kit to stop that from that line where I need it. I'm just going to drop that off again. Put that out there on that main flow in line with where I'm going to feed. That should have opened. Yes. That's now finally opened. About time. Right, so now I've fed that line, I'm not going to feed any more for a little while. And I'm actually going to start off on a nice bright white maggot. See if I can get any instant bites straight off the bat on that line. I'm going to see if we can get a nice straight indication on that line there. Yeah, most of this stuff I've learnt myself. I've had to learn myself anyway. So I can see them fizzing already on. There's like some bubbles coming off of that. Either it's like that ground bait breaking down, or there's fish over the top of that already. So that bait's just settling down on the bottom. It's got a nice curve in the line. A small indication there. I'm not going to strike at these small little liners, I'm waiting for that bite to go. Massive liner. You see that float go down all the way tiny down and then shoot back up. Wow, massive liner. So I'm just going to hold that again. I'm just going to hold that back over the top of where I put in that ground bait and the maggots. And hopefully they see them. They see that maggot there and they just grab hold of it. There we go, there's a bite. Yeah, I was going to catch a fish on camera and I'm going to update you guys again in probably like half an hour, 44 minutes and see how far it's got me. That ground bait to start off with definitely produced that bonus skimmer. Look at that float right on. That completely reset down there again. Hold that float back. A nice little rip on the water now as well. Nice. Yeah, what are they fishing? Yeah, it ain't like commercial fishing, so I'm not waiting for that float to shoot under. I'm waiting for it to go under. Doesn't help when you've got leaves stuck to your float. Right, we'll lay that in more to the right this time. Lay it in that way. And then what I might do is just do the S pattern if I don't get anything else, or another bite, and I lay the rig in next, I might do the S pattern. Just so it straightens that rig out a bit quicker, it gets down there a bit quicker. There we go. That's brilliant. Perch or a little bream. I'm hoping there's no more pike down there. It's a perch. It's a lovely perch. I'm going to net him just to be on the safe side. Ow. You plumbed that. Straight away it's got me a nice sized perch. You plumbed up? You plumbed up properly? Or the float fish, you got to plumb up. It's a key important thing with fishing, you got to plumb up, especially when you're pole fishing. You want to be about at least 3 foot deep, because these fish ain't going to want to sit shallow because it's too cold for them. Right. So as you see, I've had that perch. I'm not going to, that's probably due to the maggots I put out there and the amount. Oh, and I caught a leaf fish. So I caught perch, probably because I've put in a load of that, then magwise, through that bait dropper. I forgot what I was going to say then. A load of swans, and that looks like there's another fish, or potentially another fish on that already. So as I was saying that, even though like most people, like, you refer to me using 9 slip and like, oh, that's designed for carp and F1s. So it's like, yeah, but you know, I use it for me all round skimmer fishing, with bream fishing. Even if if I'm going out to catch 4 pound carp, then I'll use 9 slip on that as well. But on the river, I usually go 9 slip lowest and probably go maybe 11 at the highest. But 9 slip is what I use most of the time. Right, what did I do differently that time? Didn't have a load of weed on the end of my line, that's for sure. Is it weed? Oh no, it's just a maggot. I flicked that out long ways that time. Hold that up, let that rig tighten up. I'm just going to hold that there. I've got a fish on there, I think, already. So yeah, just flicking that past my feed, dragging it up the river a little bit and then just letting it fall through naturally. But I am going to cut the video off in a minute and then do an update in an hour. See if I get one more fish. There we go. Couple of little dinks. So yeah, putting that bait in. Oh, there was definitely something there that I looked then. But putting that bait in through that bait dropper definitely worked well. And definitely it's been positive, they've definitely come to that, especially in perch. Hoping that the skimmers might move over the top of that. If some of them maggots have gone down there and washed out over the top of that ground bait I've put in, then it would be nice to have a decent bream. Hmm? Yeah. I'll just go hold back there. I'm either getting snagged on something or something got hold of it. I was just about to let that flow down the river again and just held there. A couple of number 10 backstops on there just to help this wind when it picks up a little bit. There we go, a couple. A little dink again. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my back.
Sorry for the bad language. So yeah, just gonna try that for another two minutes. And if I don't get a bite after 2 minutes, then I'm definitely gonna come back and try something different. Maybe go a bit further on the bottom. Maybe come off bottom, maybe an inch. But I'm definitely gonna retry something. You have a bite? I'm just going to lift that rig up, drop that rig back in there again. This time I'm just going to hold it back just before that little shadow there. Just to see if that goes under or get any bites on it. Probably could have opted for a gram and a half of this today. Yeah, all fishes. They are down there. There's just a massive snag down there somewhere, that's the problem. I just can't figure out where it is yet. So yeah, as I said, I started off the session with a gudgeon, and the next bite was a skimmer, and my third fish just now was a perch. I was just wondering if there's any skimmers of bream down there still, or even decent roach. The river is normally, depending on the time of year, packed full of roach and rudd and perch. And I'd had a few skimmers off of here before, and a couple of bream. We did go down the local river on the Cong for a little while, and I had 2 roach in 3-4 hours, and Tallulah had a roach. A fair sized roach they were, but ended up packing up and going home for 3 hours worth of 3 fish after like 4 hours. Wasn't really worth it. Still was a nice time out. A nice 4 hours out. I was just waiting for that. What I might do is put a plummet on in a minute. Just re-plumb up. Right. I'm going to get a countdown of 20 seconds and I'll come back, I think. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Right, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, there was a snag down there. I got myself a stickfish. Oh, well, it's come off now. But I'm gonna turn this video off and I'll update you in an hour. Alright, so I did just do the video and realised I didn't have a microphone on the whole entire time, so now I can restart exactly what I've said to you, but on this one. So, long story short, I've had a few roach, some nice perch, I had no more bream or skimmers. Tallulah's had a nice little chub, a really nice rudd, a couple of perch. Yeah, no, I've had a good day's fishing so far. Tallulah did hook into something that ran over to the far side and literally snapped the hook on straight away, so I reckon it could have been pike. Yeah, no. So, updates to the channel. What do we think? So, I'm hoping to do another video on Thursday. Potentially Thursday anyway. However, whether I'm going to be able to do that or not, I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's what we're hoping anyway, is to do that. Yeah, so we're hoping to be able to get that video done and ready for you guys on Thursday and upload it on Friday. Oh, typical culprit. Oblique. But yeah, so what I'm planning on doing is, obviously me and my partner spoke the other day, and it's asking quite a lot from me to do a video each week at the moment, due to other things going on family wise, like commitments and stuff, and basically what's going to happen is I've got to just going to do one every 2 weeks, but that will start after the 30th, and it will mainly be my match feeds. However, there'll basically still be, you know, a video each week. However, there's going to be a video uploaded on once every 2 weeks on YouTube, and there'll be a video a live every week on TikTok. So if you don't already follow us over on TikTok, go follow us on TikTok, because that's where we'll be for a live match. Again, that'll be after the 30th, when I pick up these 2 pole sections. I've already got them in stock. I've already paid for a 6th one. I just got paid for the 7th. And then yeah, once that's done and dusted, there ain't really much else I've got to do other than do the videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do them, as I said, every 2 weeks. So there'll be something, always be something for you guys to watch. The bleaker here now. Where's the pike when you need them? Honestly, how am I getting pestered with bleak but you're not? I'll give it to that pike angler over there in a minute. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to catapult a load of maggots out there. Get them bleak away from me. I wouldn't mind if I was fishing casually, but I've got a 0.6 gram Olivet on. And it's like these fish are keeping up with a 0.6 Olivet as it goes down. Get them fish away from me. That seemed to work. But yeah, so I'm hoping them little changes will help me out and help the channel out. And I'm also going to state that this is the first time I've ever used one of these like power rigs. I'm guessing it's the Andy power rigs, and they're absolutely lovely. I think Tou's got a Kerry float on. I've got the power, and this is absolutely lovely, these floats. I mean, I'm only using it in a gram at the moment because I don't really need it in anything higher. If it was like deeper and pushing through, then yeah, I'd probably put like a 2 gram on. Kind of regretting that I didn't go to 1.5 grams in a way. But I can't argue with this because it's not massively bad. But yeah, so I'm going to see if I can catch another decent roach on camera. And if I can, then I'll come off of the. There we go. That's not oblique. a nice rad. But yeah, so the plan is obviously to kind of do them videos for you guys. Do them videos for you guys, get them uploaded so you guys have something to watch. And help me get to 50 subscribers before the end of the year. Because I really want to get to 50. And I mean, to all of you that subscribed already, thank you, because we're at 36. Oh, nearly squirted that maggot into my eye. So yeah, not going to be here for long. I've just had a nice rud. Just had a nice rud, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to catch maybe 1 or 2 more fish, and then I'm going to pack up, take a photo to keep net, go home, edit the video, and yeah, just see what I can do from there really, and then upload it onto YouTube and see where that video takes us. So let's see if we can get another one. It's starting to get a bit chilly now, and that grey cloud is looking like it's going to absolutely hammer it down on me if I take any more of Mother Nature's fish out this river and catch them. Another little dink on the float then. That's, oh, I've got a leaf on me. Sorry for that, darling. So yeah, we're just going to hold this here. Just going to let that rig swing round just a little bit. Just going to hold that there now. Let that rig swing into place. I'm just going to wait for that float to go under. Earlier on, it was literally just going under left, right, and centre. As soon as it swung round, got in line with my pole, and that rig had settled, it was just going straight away. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try flicking that rig to the right, so flicking it downstream and then just holding it upstream in line with that shadow of the tree, the bark of that tree. This is what I was having to do earlier, and I was getting them bites. Still getting the odd little bubble coming up from where I put them balls of ground bait in earlier, so it shows that they're still rooting around for it. So my guess is with my rig, because there's quite a bit of a flow on it, and it's about 5.5, 6 feet deep, I reckon that the Olivetti is keeping that tight line between the pole float and the Olivetti, and then I've got that bulk of shots going down to the hook length, so that's just creating that curve towards the end of the hook length. So when them fish pick up that bait, I'm getting like a massive lift bite. But at the same time, like, if they shake their head and swim off and out, the float goes under, so we're out of problem. So I don't even think it could be that. A little dink on a float then again. That wind's just picking up because it's tipping my pole tip round. Right, I'm going to give it another flick to the left and see if we can just pick anything up on the way bottom, on the way down to the bottom. Tallulah's trying to copy me. Trying to get herself some odd bonus fish, which I don't blame her. Yeah, these floats are just absolutely amazing. Ah, see, I had a bite and I missed it. I missed it, man. Let that, do that again. Let's let that rig sling out like that, and then just slowly spin round and settle. I don't think it will because there's bleak already all over my rig. So we're just going to let that get just before the tree, that reflection of the tree, because by the time that swings round, it'll be in line with that tree, or in line with them balls of ground bait that went in this morning. If you have to tweak it a little bit, just tweak it just to get it to go back in line with itself. But 9 times out of 10, if you can get it in line with it, where them balls of ground bait have been in that morning, you will get bites near, I think it's something. There we go, I had a little dink on that float then. It's nice because we've had a little bit of a ripple all day today as well. So it's not just been like a flat, calm day, it's been a nice light ripple in the water along that surface. So yeah, I'm just going to hold this rig back. What fish are we going to end the day on? Is it going to be a roach, perch, bream, skimmer? just flick out. If I don't get a bite in the next 4 or 5 minutes, I'm going to bring this in and just call it a day. Does it come off or is it on? Come off. Ah. So just there, it's perfect. So fishing just there. That float practically went straight under. Another bite already. That tells me I might have just been sitting further in than what I was actually meant to be fishing at. Let's try it again. Let's flick that out to the left. If we hold this here, then that shouldn't be a problem. That float should stop then. There we go. Oh, a couple of things on the float. I think that's a smaller fish on my agates at the moment. Right, it's starting to rain now, so that may be my calling to stop fishing and pack up. If this float will go under one more time. So, right, let's try this again. If not, I'm just going to have to lower the float down, not lower the rig down. Just going to hold it there. Hold that rig there. You laughing at, Swan? I don't know how I'm missing these bites. There you go. Oh, that's another nice fish. That's it. Keep that tight. No. Came off again. Go on, you got time for one more. It's taken me 20 hours just to get my first bite. You weren't meant to agree. You weren't meant to agree. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a drink. I'll just wait for my next bite. Oh, it won't be long. Alright, another Blake. Oh, has he swallowed it? This is the only reason why I don't like catching Blake. They swallow the hook. I swallowed it so far. I mean, I've got it there, really, to be honest with you. But, sorry if you could hear that down the mic. But, Blake had swallowed it. I'm just going to go with a double red. And just see if I can pick out anything like double red. See if I can get one more fish whilst I have a quick drink. And if I don't, then I'm going to pack up. Right, we've gone with a double red. Gone with a double red. He's into a pike. Yeah. Tell you what, it is cold, getting cold down here though. I can feel it now. Oh, that was a better fish. Can't believe I lost that. That would have been better to finish up on as well. Whatever that is, he's got a nice fish. See the dog that's about to walk over the bridge. See the dog that's about to walk over the bridge. It's a Sharpie. He's the one that wanted me to fucking breed kizzle with it. He wanted to breed kizzle with that dog. That's a Sharpie. Huh? No, it's got it in that. Come on, one more fish. I want to finish off on a nice fish. You'll start to see a lot more pike coming out this time of year anyway, because pike are more like winter fish. They're more winter predatory fish. They don't mind the cold. Right, one more fish each, babe, and we're going to pack up, yeah? Pardon me. So what happens when you drink fizzy, you get a bit of bubbles. So just wait for a nice bite. Small indications as I'm just going to put my hands on the pole. Getting dark quick, isn't it? Getting dark quick, isn't it? So keep that elastic tight. Keep this pole up in the air, because otherwise it's going to come off. Because you've got a barbless hook on, you don't want to give that fish any slack. If you give that fish slack, he's going to come off. He's going to wiggle his head and he's going to go, bye, see ya. Right, so I'm just going to try towards the end of where I put my ground bait ball this morning. I'm going to try towards the end of that. I'm just going to hold that there. because it might just be that they backed off downstream a little bit. So I fed this ball maybe about half a metre from my first middle ball, and then the first ball went in about half a metre upstream as well. So I had like a good metre and a half dinner plate. So when I was picking fish off on the first ball and the middle ball, they weren't spooking the other third ball. Or they weren't spooking other fish that were still feeding. So no bites. I'm just going to try again out there. Might just mean that they've become up a little bit in water. That's fine, you can stay there. It's coming down now. You packing up?
Good dinner time.
Mm-hmm. Right, I've decided I'm going to pack up now because I think waiting for that last fish I'll be here all night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go stop the video and I'm going to start to pack up.